Dirty dealings, corporate battles, consumer woes. This is Evening 5. The MACC confirmed today that it has started a probe against YTL Communications over the Ministry of Education's 4.07 billion ringgit One Bestari Net project, based on complaints of alleged graft, misappropriation and power abuse. The anti-graft agency said the investigation was also initiated based on information revealed by the Governance, Procurement and Finance Investigation Committee's report that was received in August, and findings from the PAC. In a statement, it noted that these findings revealed several weaknesses, including inadequate broadband coverage and weak technological infrastructure. It said it also received complaints that the project has failed to provide broadband access with the speed required to facilitate efficient learning in schools. In addition, MACC highlighted that the One Bestari Net service tender was initially planned for a period of 15 years, involving a contract sum of 4.07 billion ringgit. Although it was eventually shortened to 7 years and 6 months, the contract value remained unchanged. According to MACC's preliminary investigations, Putrajaya may have to bear up to 176 million ringgit in claims by YTL Communications, along with an estimated 10.8 million ringgit in loss of telco tower rental since 2019. Gamuda said its JV to build the Ulupadas hydroelectric project has been approved by the Sabah energy regulator. Once completed, the project is expected to achieve scheduled commercial operation by the end of 2030 and generate revenue exceeding 400 million ringgit a year. Gamuda has a 45% stake in the JV under UPP Holdings that was formed in October 2023, while Sabah Energy Corp holds 40% and Kerjaya Kagum High Tech JV the remaining 15%. The project, which will be funded by a mix of internal funds and external borrowings, involves the construction of a dam located in the Tenom and Sipitang districts of Sabah. It will deliver an average of 1,052 gigawatt hours of clean energy per annum. According to Gamuda, a hybrid floating solar plant will also be integrated into the reservoir area that will boost clean energy generation by 2031. UPP Holdings' wholly owned Upper Padas Power will design, build and operate the hydroelectric project via a 40-year power purchase agreement to be entered into with the off-taker Sabah Electricity. Major construction is expected to start in 2025 after Upper Padas Power signs the 40-year PPA. Construction is estimated to be completed within 6 years. The project is expected to hike Sabah's electricity generation by 15% and double the state's renewable energy mix. Datuk Captain Izham Ismail, the Group Managing Director of Malaysia Aviation Group, has apologised to customers of Malaysia Airlines who are affected by the group's network reduction exercise. Izham told a press conference earlier today that the decision to downscale the group's network is to ensure safe and reliable flights and stabilise its operations ahead of a growth period beginning next year. Izham thanked customers for their patience and continued trust and stressed that Malaysia Airlines is a safe airline, which is why the group made this decision to rationalise the network, saying, "We do not hide behind the curtains." Last week, MAG took a bold step announcing the exercise following multiple disruptions to its services. The problem was attributed to a global shortage of aircraft parts that had affected the on-time delivery of its new aircraft orders, which in turn impacted its fleet planning. This is on top of the workforce attrition it faced as new maintenance, repair and overhaul players, both local and international, have entered the Malaysian market. Hartalega Holdings said it is seeing demand recovery amid restocking activities, while full capacity at Chinese factories have pushed some of the orders to Malaysia. Hartalega CEO Kwan Moon Leong said demand for gloves would likely normalise by 2026 after the bumpy years. Hartalega produces up to 2.2 billion pieces of gloves currently, and the company is progressively ramping up capacity to 2.7 billion pieces by the end of FY 2025 to meet demand. For this year, Hartalega has earmarked 300 million ringgit for capital expenditure, of which 170 million ringgit are for investments in new capacity, while the remaining are for upgrading automation systems. On the recent sharp rise in the ringgit, Kwanzat prices quoted to their customers would be reflected on a monthly basis, while average selling prices of gloves are likely to increase on rising costs such as natural gas. As for competition from its Chinese rivals, Kwan said the playing field is level in this part of the world in terms of energy costs and workforce productivity, and that Hartalega has full confidence in taking them on. Duopharma Biotech has extended its Group Managing Director Leonard Ariff Abdul Shatta's contract for another year. According to the pharmaceutical company's filing with Bursa Malaysia today, Leonard Ariff's contract will commence from December 9, 2024 until December 31, 2025. Leonard Ariff has served the role since December 28, 2017. Prior to his appointment as Group MD, he served as the CEO of CCM Duopharma Biotech from 2008 to 2017. CCM Duopharma was formerly a subsidiary of Chemical Company of Malaysia, but demerged from the parent in December 2017. Duopharma said it has developed a succession plan in relation to the Group MD role and is progressing under the stewardship of the company's Nomination and Remuneration Committee to facilitate a smooth and effective Chief Executive leadership transition in due course. Duopharma is 44.11% owned by Pemodaran Nasional. The EPF also holds an 8.58% indirect stake in the group.